This is a little tune called the Panama Limited. It's all about a train. It was put together by Booker White, who's a Mississippi blues singer. And I learned it from Tom Rush, a Boston blues singer. Story about a train. The name of the train is the Panama Limited, you know, and she runs all the way from Washington, D.C. down on to New Orleans. She's a pretty special train. That girl was built for speed. She's so fast the hobos don't mess with her at all. They just stand by the side of the track and watch her go roaring on by. It was early one morning, my girl, she got up singing and crying. She said, "Daddy, I'm gonna have to leave you now. Hey, Mama's gonna go. So me and my girl got up and started walking on down toward that railroad track. About halfway there, we heard a train whistle blowing on the outskirts of town. My girl looked up and asked me if that was a Panama Limited. I said, "No, babe, that's a local freight train you're hearing." She asked me how I could tell. I said, "It's easy, girl, they blow just a little bit different." That local freight, it sounded something like this. Panama Limited, she blows a bit more lonesome. She sounds something like this. Before I knew what was happening, my girl, she was off and running. She left me standing all alone on the street corner with my hat in my hand, just trying to bum a few dimes. You know, I up and run after her just as fast as I could. By the time I caught up to my gal, she was already standing on the top steps of that train station. You know, I called out her name and I begged forgiveness for the things I'd done and said. She turned around with a tear rolling down her cheek. Too late, too late, too late, too late. Hey, Mama ain't got no more dime. I followed her inside that train station. I could overhear her talking to the train master. She was asking him what time train time was. He turned around and said, "I don't know nothing about train time, girl, but you go lay your head down on them railroad tracks. Pretty soon you'll hear them start popping." Sure enough, my gal, she went and she laid her ear down beside them cold steel rails. Pretty soon, way off in the distance, you could hear them making a light popping sound. Something like this. I jumped down, I threw my arms around my girl, and I begged her forgiveness just one more time. She looked up at me singing and crying. She said, "Daddy, I may never see your face again. Hey, Mama ain't got no home." Just then, if you took a look around the bend, you could see that Panama Limited heading in full speed. engineer started pulling down on the air brakes to slow down. It made a big screeching noise. That train began to pull up alongside the platform. You know, that engineer, he stuck his head out the window and he took off his phony Bob Dylan hat and waved it at all the kids. He thought he was pretty cool. There were about 5 or 6 little kids with freckle faces and blonde hair blowing in the wind. They went running out with their arms in the air, laughing and screaming for joy. And their ugly mothers with Nivea cream all over their face and hair curlers in their hair came screaming, "Johnny, Johnny, look out, the train's coming." I wish to hell the train would have run them all down, because I was standing with my girl and I knew it was too late. You know, that engineer, he remembered his job. He stuck his big muscle arm back inside the cab of that train. And he started pulling down on one lonely bell rope to let everybody know he was coming to rest. And you could hear that bell over the hissing of the air brakes and the laughter of the kids and the screaming of the mothers. And sure as hell you could hear it over the sound of my tears falling on the platform. It sounded something like this as the Panama Limited began to slow down. Panama Limited taking my girl anywhere but home.